Is it, what? You can wake the dead, whoever it is. Is it you? Yeah, I'm talking to you. No, not the one beside you. You. You look like the nosy type. The sort of person who'll go around making a racket. I always know. They don't call me a librarian's best friend for nothing.
Derek, is that you? What are you doing out here making such a commotion?
A commotion? Me? It wasn't me. It was that lot. They're making the commotion. Particularly that one. Yeah, I've got my eye on you. Yeah.
Sorry about that, everyone. He's a bit wound up at the minute. You see, we're part of the Neighbourhood Watch. Maybe we could get all these people here to help us with our inquiries. How about we tell them what happened?
Fine, we'll do that, okay. Alright everyone, it started, well, about a week ago. I was just doing my crossword as, I do every week, and when suddenly I heard this noise. I couldn't work out where it was coming from, but I spied out my window, and then I saw them, a big crowd, cheering.
And they were waving pans.
Palms, Dave. We've been over this before. They were waving palm branches.
Oh, my bad, Derek, my bad. Although I am right in thinking some of them were laying their boats on the street, weren't they?
Coats, Dave. They were laying coats on the street. For that Jesus fella.
That makes more sense. Although, not that much more sense. Why on earth were they laying their coats on the ground?
Dave, it's like I said, it was for that Jesus. It was a sign of respect.
Oh yes, that's right. And they were shouting all sorts as well, weren't they?
Oh yes.
Hosanna! 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 Hosanna!
Yes, that was it. And what was the other one?
Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.
And I think I even heard some people shouting,
Hosanna to the Son of David! 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 Hosanna to the Son of David!
Absolute nonsense if you ask me, Dave. People thinking this Jesus was a Messiah riding into town on a donkey. He's hardly going to lead the charge against the Romans, is he? On a donkey.
I don't know about that, Derek. I thought there was something special about him.
Well, the religious leaders certainly didn't think so. They were furious with him. Do you remember what they said?
This is disgraceful. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This is disgraceful.
Come on, Jesus. Your followers can't say things like that.
Jesus didn't care about them religious leaders complaining about him. Oh no, he didn't. He just turned around and he said, if the crowds keep quiet, then the stones will cry out instead. The stones, Derek, the stones. They didn't know what to do.
They weren't the only ones. I didn't have a clue. Honestly, I was at a loss. I could not get rid of this crowd. I tried to drive them off with the old stick, a couple of whacks, but they didn't care. And then I got a big bucket of water out and I tried to soak them, but they wouldn't budge. It was only when that Jesus moved on that we finally got a bit of normality around here.
I don't know if normality is quite the right word, Derek. Oh no. You see, Jesus, he was all over Jerusalem. He was saying amazing things. He was doing the most unbelievable miracles. It was incredible.
Yes. But more importantly, he stayed away from our street and we could finally get some peace and quiet. Well, at least till the end of the week anyway.
Oh yes, the end of the week when the crowds came back. Although they weren't cheering this time, were they, Derek? They weren't cheering. They were booing.
They were angry.
wasn't nice, was it, Derek?
No.
And I tell you, I couldn't believe it when I realised they were angry with Jesus of all people. I mean, who knew a crowd could turn so quickly?
Well, the religious leaders, they hardly helped matters, did they? They went around whispering in the crowd's ears and really riling them up.
Jesus is a troublemaker.
Do you hear what he's saying? He's a liar.
They say he's planning a rebellion.
Son of God. That's what he said. How dare he? Something has to be done.
Did you hear, Derek, that it was one of his own followers who betrayed him? Apparently he led the guards right to him.
Aye, and then they dragged him to some religious court and then off to Pilate. That's the Roman governor in charge around this place. And Pilate, he could understand why the crowd was so upset.
What is going on with these people? I don't understand it. This man has done nothing wrong.
He's a troublemaker. Get rid of him! Get rid of him!
Pilate didn't know what to do, did he, Derek?
No.
He didn't think Jesus was guilty, but he also didn't want to anger the crowd.
No, so then he had a brilliant idea. He decided that he would offer up a prisoner to be freed, either Jesus or Barabbas.
Tell Pilate we want Barabbas.
Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Hear that, Pilate? Free Barabbas. Come on, everyone. Louder.
It didn't make sense. I mean, Barabbas, he had done some terrible things, whereas Jesus, all he did was help people.
You're right, Dave. I think it's safe to say Pilate's plan had backfired. He had had enough.
Right, that is it. As old Granny Pilate used to say, among them be it. I wash my hands of all this. Barabbas is freed. Do what you want with this Jesus.
And the crowd, they wanted him killed. The Roman guards, they whipped him and dragged him through the streets.
Bad business.
Bad business indeed. And all the while the crowds, they jeered and mocked Jesus. They nailed him to the cross and he hung there between two common thieves.
He didn't deserve that, Dave. I know I said he was a nuisance, but he never did anything to deserve that sort of punishment.
There was an odd feeling all over the city when he was there hanging on that cross. Like somehow everyone knew a terrible thing was being done. And the oddest thing happened when he died. The whole city went dark. Never seen anything like it.
Aye, it was unsettling, all right. There were odd reports coming in all day about strange things happening over town. But eventually it went back to normal, and the peace and quiet returned, just the way I like it.
Wait. Derek, do you hear that? Do you hear that, Derek?
What is that noise?
He's alive! He's alive! Jesus is alive!
Right, that's it. Dave, I've had enough. That is a clear violation of the noise regulations 32, which clearly states...
Derek, will you be quiet?
Jesus is alive!
Slow down. What are you talking about?
The tomb is empty! Jesus is alive! That's not possible. The men guarding the tomb have probably just moved his body. No, they haven't. An angel appeared. The guards fainted and we screamed. But the angel told us not to be afraid. Jesus has risen.
Wait a second. Jesus did say he would rise again.
He did.
Well, this must be true. Let's go.
He's alive! He's alive! Jesus is alive!
He's alive! Jesus is alive!
He's alive! He's alive!
Would you look at that, Dave? Look at that. They are quite clearly running through a zone marked walking only. Walking only, Dave. This is a disaster.
A disaster?
Yes.
A disaster, Derek. Are you serious? For goodness sake, have you not been listening to any of this? If Jesus is alive, that means all of his miracles, well, they weren't just cheap tricks, but instead it means that he was telling the truth all along when he said that he was the Son of God and that he had come to show us the way. This is most certainly not a disaster. In fact, Derek, this is the best day ever. Come on, we have to go and tell people all about it. Come on, Derek.
You're right, Dave. I'm right behind you. Just I need to finish the wee logbook here now. Let me see. What will I put down? Oh, I need to make sure I have a clear note of the running disturbance. Yes, let me just add that in. Or yes, now, and then oh, who cares? This is too big a deal. I've got to go and tell everyone. Jesus is alive.